The best of money matters. Wealth Tracker.
Welcome to the Wealth Tracker. I'm Hongbin Jeong. Now, investing in crypto is a bit like living through the ups and downs of life, full of unpredictability, excitement, and moments where you're just trying to figure out what comes next. You make moves, take risks, and sometimes question your choices as the market swings wildly. Now, it's all about staying grounded, making the right calls, and holding steady when everything around you seems uncertain. But here's an idea. What if we could take some advice from the songs that have soundtracked our lives? After all, some of the best lyrics have captured the essence of taking risks, embracing change, and powering through tough times. Maybe, just maybe, some of these iconic songs can teach us a thing or two about navigating the crazy world of crypto investing. So let's see what wisdom these songs have to offer. And joining us today to do this little fun stint will be Fabian Dori, who is the Chief Investment Officer at Sygnum Bank. Fabian, welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us, Fabian. All right, let's have some fun today. Let's take some of the song lyrics out of iconic songs and see how we can apply it to crypto investing. Fabian, let's start with Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. First off, we have these lyrics. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars. Now, some are saying, despite the recent pullback in crypto, they say that this is just a point of correction and crypto will once again soar in a rocket ship on the way to Mars. So how do you think the future of blockchain technology will, evolve over the next 5 years?
Well, that's a very important question. And I think one needs to think through what the blockchain technology actually enables to answer that question, right? There are different views on that. Our view is that the blockchain technology, in essence, enables three use cases. First of all, decentralized store of value. Second, a decentralized means of payment. And third, a decentralized sharing economy and new financial market infrastructure. We believe that the blockchain technology will evolve all of those three use cases over time. But right now, we see most evidence on the first one. Bitcoin being ever more adopted as a decentralized new store of value, so to say a form of digital gold. We also see clear evidence for an increasing adoption of crypto technology as a decentralized means of payment. That's all about stablecoins. This is all about layer 2 solutions, maybe on top of Bitcoin, such as the Lightning Network. And on the third use case, which I think is from a content perspective, probably the most interesting one, but from an adoption perspective, also the most exploratory one. There we see certain challenges, but exciting innovation a road ahead.
I see. Well, of course, when we're investing in crypto,
if you want to have a good time.
You want to have a good time, right? So how should investors handle stressful situations in the crypto world when things go sideways, like during a market crash or a technical issue with the platform, especially given the sell-off we're seeing at the moment?
Yeah, I really like the song you played in because in stressful situations, it's really good to listen to a song, take a step back and look at the situation calmly and don't panic. I think here it's important to highlight that crypto is still a very highly volatile asset class, right? For an asset class with an annualized volatility of around 50 to 80% per annum, daily swings of 5 to 8% are nothing uncommon. But I think what that means is that it's important to invest and not to speculate. What I mean with that is that before investing a significant part of your assets in crypto assets, really define your risk tolerance, define your investment objectives, look at your investment horizon, identify the use cases you believe in, and then stick to those strategies, even if there is a volatile environment right now, because then you can really enjoy the song and enjoy the situation.
I see. A stampede of new investors, they hoovered up Bitcoin at lofty prices as crypto fever ran high after Donald Trump swept to victory in the November U.S. presidential election. I mean, Bitcoin has been burning through the sky, Fabian. So as more retail investors enter the crypto space, do you believe that this will, cause more volatility, or will the market stabilize as it matures?
Yeah, good point. And maybe relating to the song, I'm from Switzerland, we have high mountains. The sky is even higher than here in Singapore. So I would have loved to see Bitcoin burning through an even higher sky, but maybe that's for the future. But I think you have a very important question there. And I would maybe structure the answer in two parts. Maybe first Bitcoin and then the altcoin side. For Bitcoin, I think the inflows that we see are very much driven by long-term thinking investors, like institutional investors, sovereign investors, etc. And they probably dominate, so to say, the retail inflow. And with those institutional sovereign investors flocking into the market, I believe that the volatility of Bitcoin will decrease over time.
I see.
That might be different for certain parts of the altcoin economy, right, or the altcoin sector. There's still a lot of innovation. There's still a lot of exploration in that sector. I mean, most recently, the meme coins that have, so to say, played the music, but then collapsed to a certain extent. So in certain parts of the altcoin ecosystem, I would expect to see increased volatility still over time.
I see. So how should investors position themselves in either case?
Yeah, good question. Maybe I would relate to what I said before, right? Invest, don't speculate. So have your investment strategy ready and then stick to it. Yes, I think that's the best approach to address both scenarios.
I see. Of course, in this song, we have the iconic line, something crypto investors, if they're riding this crypto wave, would say. Right, in the fast-paced world of crypto, then how do you stay ahead of trends and make sure you don't get left behind? How do you adapt to the rapid changes in the market?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think there's really so much of innovation. There's so much of excitement and a lot of new innovation that happens in the ecosystem. So it's really not easy to stay ahead of the trend and make sure you don't get left behind. Now, what I would do is that you, so to say, identify your favorite band and stick to that band, but at the same time also look at smaller emerging bands, right? Be a little bit exposed to hear their beats, hear the rhythm, see whether that fits with your lifestyle and your way of investing. Because if you're even though to a small extent invested after having done your proper research, you will be much more inclined to follow that ecosystem, learn about it, and hopefully grow with the growing audience of that specific band, or in this case, of specific ecosystem and token.
I see. Well, Fabian, moving on from Queen's Don't Stop Me Now, let's explore another song. How Deep Is Your Love?
How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love?
I mean, crypto investing can be volatile and challenging. So, Fabian, how deep should one's commitment be to staying in the crypto space? Should investors stay heavily invested and look towards a long-term horizon?
Yeah, Hongbin, that's a good question. My personal belief is that really the blockchain technology is here to stay. Blockchain technology, crypto assets really have the potential to change the way we exchange and transfer value, similar to the way that the internet changed the way we exchange information, right? So if you believe in this, if you believe in any of the three use cases that I outlined before, namely crypto assets enabling decentralized store of value, decentralized means of payment, or some form of a decentralized sharing economy, then really it's time to get exposed and it's time to stay committed for the long term, despite the volatility and the drawdowns that you will encounter over time.
Right. Well, Fabian, then when determining how much crypto exposure is right for a portfolio, what role does an investor's risk tolerance play? Is it more important to focus on short-term gains or long-term growth?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, one that I'm always also thinking about. I think it very much depends really on the individual preferences, right, on the individual risk appetite, on the individual risk tolerance, again, what use cases you are believing in, etc. But what we can say is that empirical studies for benchmark portfolios, for example, a broadly diversified 60-40 portfolio, that indicate that within a broadly diversified portfolio, a strategic weight of around 1% to 5% in Bitcoin could be the right allocation. Now that number is derived from quantitative models such as max Sharpe ratio optimization, mean variance optimization, which include a return forecast. It can also be derived from other models which purely focus on diversification benefits, such as risk parity, risk budgeting, etc. So it's to a certain extent independent of return expectations and really focused on the diversification benefits. And already those indicate that somewhere around 1 to 5% can be the right allocation.
I see. But of course,
And the moment that you wander far from me,
I mean, investing in crypto can sometimes feel like a long and challenging journey, just like those lyrics. How can one stay patient then, unhindered by the volatility of crypto markets, and be focused on their long-term objectives, even when the market feels uncertain?
Yeah, I have to admit that I also myself lived through the up and downs of crypto. When the prices go up, I would have wished for a larger exposure when prices go down. I'm happy that I don't have all my assets in there, so I'm living through that, not every day, but quite often. Now again, I think what's important again is invest based on a predefined strategy. Don't speculate, stick to it, because with that you can really ride through the up and downside and even see the drawdowns as an opportunity, right? If you collect, so to say, a bit of dry powder during the bull runs, then you have power to top up your positions when markets are going down. And then it's much, much more fun to see prices coming down because you see, oh, it's an opportunity. It's time to buy in and go for a larger exposure.
I see. Now let's wrap this interview up with Closing Time by Semisonic.
I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home.
So how do you know who or which cryptocurrency to take home into your portfolio? I mean, is crypto just about Bitcoin, Fabian? Should investors be looking out for other cryptocurrencies as well?
There is a large controversy around that, even within the crypto-activated crowd, right? There are the Bitcoin maximalists who believe that it's all about Bitcoin or mostly about Bitcoin. There are maybe more the altcoin evangelists which think, hey, it's all about the third use case that will make its way. I believe it's really across that full continuum, right? Bitcoin is and remains the most established use case. It has the most significant adoption. It benefits from the tailwind that is provided by the regulatory changes in the US. So anyone being exposed to crypto assets, I guess Bitcoin is and should be the core asset. But at the same time, as I said, and as you also played this on, I guess the fun is broader, right? Listen not only to one band, go broader there, and then diversify into those use cases where you think there is value and they have a future. That's then the way to go.
I see. Well, thank you so much, Fabian, for your time and your insights today. This is fun.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. That was Fabian Dori, who is a Chief Investment Officer at Sygnum Bank. This has been the Wealth Tracker with me, Hongbin Jeong.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.